What's going on YouTube? This is Jabber Tech, and right here is a beast of an Android TV box, the Beelink GT King. And quite honestly guys, I already had another video intro set up and recorded for this device. What's going on YouTube? This is Jabber Tech, and right here is a box that I've been super excited about. This is the Beelink GT King, but after I've used it and played with it for a couple days, I just had to come back and tell you that I am super excited about this box. This is what Android TV boxes should be. It's the smoothest, fastest, most capable box that I have used to date, and it's really a great bargain. If you check my link down below, I got this from Banggood. They have international shipping. You get it in about a week. You can choose your correct plug, and I have a coupon code down below, so check out my description, but you are going to want this box. This is what Android TV boxes should be, and just take a look at that skull. The light up eyes sitting right underneath your TV or wherever you place it should have been an indicator that this is one beast of a box. But let's get into the review of the GT King together. So the packaging is really cool. I like this half skull that's going on here. And if we look at the back, we get all the key specifications, but let me just get rid of this plastic. The key specifications are listed right here, guys, but it has the all-new Amlogic S922X. It's a hexa-core processor. This has support for H.265 HDR. It has the Mali G52 MP6 GPU in here, and that's clocked at about 800 megahertz, so gaming should be pretty good on this as well. Internally, you have 64 gig of storage. You also have 4 gigabyte of RAM. There's a dual Wi-Fi chip in here, so you get 2.4 and you also get 5 gigahertz. That's absolutely huge because you do have AC MIMO support, so you're really going to get a powerful connection here. And the last thing I want to mention, there is support for DRM. So hopefully a lot more apps will be able to take use of that DRM support and kind of open this box up later on in the future. But just taking a look at it, this is absolutely cool. I'm really digging this style. I definitely like that skull on the top. This just means this is going to be hardcore. Just look at that, guys. Shimmering, shining. Let's put this aside for right now, and you can still see the outline of the skull. Again, super cool. Anything with a skull is going to be a beast. Am I right? But inside, you get a power adapter, and for those of you that want to know the actual specs of the power adapter, it's right in here. There's an HDMI cable. Satisfied, depressed. Definitely not going to be depressed. Here's the manual. Let's just put those aside as well. And that's basically it inside of the box. And then you get a remote control, which looks pretty cool in my opinions. You do have a microphone built in, so you can access voice queries on this. We'll get into that a little bit later. There is an Air mouse support here, so you can use this and kind of function as a mouse. So that's pretty useful with a lot of applications. Say you're browsing Chrome, you really just want to use a mouse to kind of scroll through. That's a great feature to have. Home button, back button, menu button, page up and down. Again, there's your microphone. You have volume controls, which every remote control should have volume controls on it. There's delete and then your mute button as well. Taking a look at the box itself, you have two USB 3 ports right over here. You also have a micro SD card slot, so you can kind of connect a bunch of devices here and play directly off of them. Here's your SPDIF port, so this is an optical audio out port. Your AV port, you have gigabit Ethernet as well, which is absolutely huge, guys. If you're streaming those large 4K files, you're going to need a fast connection. HDMI out is right there. You also have a USB 2, and then this is where you plug in the power adapter. So again, this box is already going to be a beast with that AC MIMO support, 2.45 gigahertz. So you really can connect a ton of things, but let's just go ahead, turn it on, set it up together, and see what it looks like. This is the launcher that it comes with, but this being Android, you can change it, and I actually found a pretty good launcher. I'm going to show you that in a second, but just to show you out of the box, this is running Android 9 Pie, and this is the launcher that it comes with. So on the left here, you have your time and your date. Right next to it is a shortcut to your movie player. So if you have any drives connected to those super fast USB 3 ports, it'll show up right over here. Underneath it's a shortcut to Chrome, and this is a full Chrome browser, not a light edition. Next to it, you have a shortcut to the full Google Play Store, and this is absolutely huge. This means that you can download anything from the Play Store, and it will get updates regularly. That's why I like these Android TV boxes versus something else like maybe a Fire Stick. You don't have to do any trickery to sideload anything. It's really pretty simple if you know how to search the Play Store. Next to it, you have a memory manager here, so if you click on it, it'll just clean up the memory for you. And a lot of Android TV boxes have this, so it'll just sort of clear it up if you have some apps that are lingering. This is your app drawer, so everything that you have downloaded, everything that's on the GT King will show up right over here. Next to it's a shortcut to your pictures, so if you have any pictures connected to any drives or on the GT King itself, it'll show up right there. We then have a shortcut to settings, and what I like about this box is the settings aren't really that advanced unless you want them to be. You can just go in and click on some of the basic things, some of the things that we changed the most, maybe like language or your keyboard. You see I already switched the keyboard to SwiftKey. I always recommend that you get a mini keyboard or a full-size keyboard for these boxes. I have that link down below if you're interested in what I'm using, but it just makes it a lot easier. Finally, on the right side, this is where you have all your favorite apps, and you just click the plus or minus to add some apps here. So I have a shortcut to Kodi. Maybe I want to add another shortcut to HD Home Run just to show you what it looks like. With numerous pages available to you, you can pretty much add as many apps or as little as you want to. This is my setup, and I'll leave all of these links down in my description below if you want to follow my setup, but I changed the launcher to ATV Pro. I put SwiftKey as my keyboard, and I connected a Bluetooth keyboard to this GT King just because I like a keyboard. I think it's a lot better when I'm searching for movies and TV on Kodi. Although the super cool mouse that they give you, the remote control with the built-in microphone and the Air mouse from the GT King was really fun, really great to use. I just prefer a keyboard, but I usually keep both of them connected so I don't have to choose. The remote control from the GT King is awesome. It's a multifunctional remote control with a built-in microphone, so you can just click on it and ask the Google Assistant questions like,
"It's 77 degrees and cloudy in New York City."
The voice remote does not work in every single application, but it does the basics. If you want to ask it to open up something, or you want to ask it the weather, or ask the Google Assistant something, it'll do it for you. So it's a really nice remote control. Kodi loads up really fast. There was no issues with Kodi whatsoever. Movie playback was absolutely great, guys. There was no issues with this. Plex played absolutely perfectly. No problems with anything that I threw at it. The GT King really is a beast. It really is a king in this segment. It was able to play everything I threw at it. 4K, Blu-ray rips, MKV, anything that you have possible, it's going to play it. And that's thanks to that super fast dual MIMO chipset in there for Wi-Fi, as well as the gigabit Ethernet port as well. So right now I just have a little movie to show you, and this is a Blu-ray 4K rip. I have it connected directly to the USB 3 port, so I just want to show you what exactly it looks like because it had no issues playing right off the bat, super smooth. Let's just talk about one issue that I had with this box, and it's not major for me because I know how to get these movies and TV shows elsewhere. Just look above at that Kodi placeholder. You can find everything you need on Kodi. But Netflix, I had to load a really old version because this is not certified for Netflix, so you will not get 4K streams on Netflix. I had to load version 4.2, which is really, really old. I was able to get the videos to play fine, but for some reason, there was no sound with it whatsoever. So let me know down in the comments below if you found a workaround or you actually got Netflix to play. But what did work and what I'm really more excited about was Prime Video. Prime Video downloaded directly from the Google Play Store without any issues, without any problems whatsoever. And it played really nicely. Now, I'm not too sure if it played in 1080. I couldn't really tell, but it's at least 720, and for me that looked really, really good. Again, if you're buying this Android TV box, if you want to, you can watch all these shows in 4K just by watching them through Kodi. But to me, 720, this might even be 1080. Again, I'm not too sure as it's not telling me. Looked really good, as you can tell from the video right here. It looks really good in my opinion. YouTube played up to 4K, so YouTube has no issues whatsoever playing videos. Gaming on the GT King was also a lot of fun. Now, for most games, you will have to keep it on medium, but honestly, that was not a big deal for me. That being said, if you are a huge gamer, you already know the Nvidia Shield is still the Android TV gaming box to beat. But if you want a great player that's better than that in every other aspect, the GT King wins. And playing in medium was not a big deal to me at all. I really couldn't tell the difference between medium and high. As long as it's not on low, we're doing okay. Am I right? This has been a long video, and if you've made it this far, I really appreciate it, guys, but the GT King deserves a lot of attention. It's a great box, and if you're going to spend 110 bucks on it, you might as well watch a 10-minute video to see if it's even worth your money, but it really is. And just to show you the DRM info, this is what shows you that it is Google certified, so hopefully, maybe in the future, who knows, Netflix might certify this box, but really, if you're buying it, you know how to get those 4K movies and TV shows just by opening up Kodi or Cyberflix or anything else. Also, to show you the Antutu benchmarks, and then if we scroll down here to ranking, let's just see where the GT King actually ranks. And again, my experience with this is it was a very, very powerful box regardless of what this says. But let's just go ahead and see where the box actually lies on the Antutu benchmark. It ranks down here about 51, so it is what it is, guys. Again, I had no issues playing anything that I threw at it, so I don't really put these benchmarks really on high regard personally, but it is what it is. The speed test was absolutely great as well. On a 100 megabit connection, what I have in the office, I was getting a little bit above that on 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. So the Wi-Fi chipset in here is absolutely great. No need to connect it to gigabit unless you want to. Here's what CPU-Z has to say about the GT King. So if you want to just pause the video and kind of check out all the chipsets, you can do so, but it's a really cool box, guys. It's really no issues whatsoever. The only thing you might want to do is that it does not have AirPlay or Google Cast support when you open it up, but this is Android, so there's always ways around it. To get AirPlay, Kodi actually has it built in so you can stream your videos without any problem. And then I always just install Bubble UPnP. It's a great DLNA server and turns this box into a client if you want. This way it can act as a cast device, and I was able to cast over YouTube videos and it played perfectly, and videos that I had stored on my phone and tablet played absolutely wonderful. So this is Android. The possibilities are limitless, guys. So I could highly recommend this at 110 bucks. I know it can be a little bit steep, but don't cheap out on yourself. Don't buy a lesser inferior product just because it's a little bit cheaper. Spend the 110, and this is going to be a box that you'll be able to use and have a lot of fun with for years and years to come. I don't see any box right now in 2019 as of this recording that's beating the GT King. It's an absolute beast, and if there is one out there, let me know. I'll definitely try and test it out for you guys. But this is the winner. This is the Beelink GT King, and it is a king in the Android TV box market. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, let me know down below, but I'll catch you guys in another video.